It's your girl. It's your girl. Hello guys, if you're new here, my name is Glory and you're welcome back to my channel. Like I always say, if you're already a member of the team, a member of this flying jet, I love you, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for your support. The last time I was talking about loans, loan acquisitions, and the things you should have in mind or bear in mind when going to take a loan from a financial institution. I dwelled a lot the last time when I was all unofficial, tired, exhausted, but then I still wanted to do it. So I talked about a personal loan. So today I'm gonna dwell on business loans, what you should bear in mind when you're going in for a business loan in a financial institution you have no relationship with, you have no prior relationship with. Believe me, this becomes a little easier if you already have an existing relationship with the financial institution which you're going to collect a loan. But if you don't have no existing relationship, these are the things you should look forward to. Just to refresh your memory on what we talked about the last time, I made mention of if you're going in for a personal loan, you should bear in mind an application letter formally applying for the loan. It can be via mail, or you can do a formal written application. Secondly, I talked about getting guarantors for your loan, which could be two depending on the institution. Some might require one, some might require two. Your guarantor needs to also have the sort of security for which they are using it in guaranteeing you for the loan. I talked about post-dated checks. I talked about other kind of securities they can use. I also mentioned collateral security, that you as a person going in to get a loan, you should have something you can use as a backup or present it to this financial institution saying, oh, in case I don't pay this loan, you can take this in replacement of the loan. I also talked about the value of the collateral security, how they can evaluate it. Your collateral security cannot be really lower than your loan. For example, you cannot be taking a loan of 5 million if you're presenting a collateral security of 1 million. I don't think a financial institution will want to accept that. Anyways, into the business of today. No, onto the business of today. Baby, it's you. You're the one I want. Oh, you're the one I need. You're the one. Now, onto the business of today. If you're going in for a business loan, please have this in mind. This, among others, like I said, it depends on the financial institution. Some might require more, some might require less, but these are some of the things you should have in mind when going in for. First, a letter of application. Obviously, you need to apply for your loan. They don't know you from anywhere. They need to know the purpose you're coming to their organization to have a discussion with them or a conversation with them. First, formal application letter. Secondly, I need to point this out. There are various types of business loans. Some can be invoice discounting facility. I don't know if I'm just really trying to make this short, as always in my videos, to make generalities. But if you want me to talk about invoice discounting facility as a loan, please just comment and I'm gonna do that. But now this is like a general loan. You're just going in to get a general loan. What you should have in mind: first, your application letter. Secondly, you should have security too. Guarantors too is also needed for a business loan. It could be a corporate guarantee, it could be a personal guarantee, but the portfolio of this person should be tangible, like it should have some momentum. You cannot go and stand in for a business that want to collect about 20 million naira loan and you will just anyhow. Do you understand? Your business needs to have weight. You yourself, you need to have some sort of weight which you can present to guarantee. So yeah, even corporate loans requires guarantee. It could be personal or corporate guarantee, depending on the institution. Also, you as the corporation or the business going in to take a loan, you need to present a collateral security. It could be any form of asset, but like I always say, the collateral security should be the value of the loan or above the value of the loan, because these are the things that would be taken in possession if you default on your loan. um some organizations, strict organization, will require domiciliation depending on the type of loan. If it's an LPO financing facility, they'll require domiciliation. Domiciliation is that if it's an LPO, I don't know, I probably will break an LPO financing in another segment. But yeah, domiciliation depending on the type of facility. If it's an invoice discounting facility or an LPO finance, yeah, they'll require domiciliation. They'll also require your corporate documents, all your certificate of incorporation, that is if it's a limited liability company, your CO2, your CAC2, your CAC, so your memorandum and article of association, all your registration documents will be required. A copy of it will be required. Also, they will also need to access your bank statements as a business. They want to know your cash flow, especially in order to evaluate how much you're requesting for and how much you're eligible to. So say you have a bank statement in the last 6 months, there's no inflow, there's no outflow, my friend, it's gonna ring a bell. Let me not say they ain't gonna give the loan, because I don't know, but then it's gonna ring a kind of not too good bell. Do you understand? That's one of the reasons they'll require your bank statement, most especially from 6 months back. So might even require a year's bank statement. Another thing they'll also need from a corp for a business, it's your financial statement, your audited account. That is, some people might even require audited account as from 3 years back. So it's usually difficult for businesses that have been in business for just a year. That's why I talk about keeping data and everything. This is very important when you're advancing in your business and you're moving from one stage to another. Some of these informations will be required. So most organizations will require your accounts, your financial statement, that's your balance sheet, generally your financial statement. Another thing they'll also need, I've mentioned security, they'll also need post-data checks. Post-data check, like I said, can be used against you in case you're defaulting. It can also be used not against you, but it can be used in terms of repaying your interest and all of that. Instead of them calling you to say, oh, your interest is due, are you going to do a deposit? Once the interest is due, they can just pick up. For example, maybe let's say you take a loan of 7 months or 6 months, you're going to provide a post-dated check depending on the offer letter. If your interest is supposed to be on a monthly basis, so you will be required to provide about 6 checks, which represents each month's interest. So every month, at maturity on that month, you're going to present the check to the bank in order for them to get their interest, or via other means, depending, like I said, on the agreement. So it's really flexible. Okay, so you'll be required to provide post-dated checks, and like I said, be wary of whenever maybe interest is supposed to be paid on your loan. Make sure your account is funded if checks are being used, because any check that bounces can or will be used against you if you keep defaulting in the future. So yeah, those are some of the things that will be required when you need a corporate or a business loan. Now there's also going to be a proper KYC, a credit bureau check. They're going to check your credit history. If you have other running facilities with other financial institutions, this can be checked by running a check via the credit bureau. Okay, and they're also going to do other surveys depending on the amount of the loan. Mind you, the higher the loan, the more intense. So you should not expect to get an offer letter in 1 or 2 days. It's going to be a process where there's check and balances, especially if you don't have a relationship with that financial institution. Okay, now, like I said in the previous ones, for an individual loan, when you're taking a corporate loan, be wary of the offer letter. Make sure you read your offer letter, make sure you understand the terms of the offer letter, make sure your repayment plan is flexible for you, make sure you've carefully evaluated your monthly business cash flow and it's capable of handling the loan repayment, the interest repayment. Be wary of the terms of repayment. Make sure it's, most people, like, it's not like they're unable to pay their loans, it's just because it wasn't really flexible for them. Different financial organizations have different repayment structure. So maybe you've gone to one finance house or a bank or something, and you have a facility with them and everything's okay, and you go to another one and they give you an offer letter and you think it's all the same. No, make sure you read it, make sure you understand it as a business, make sure you digest it, make sure you're comfortable with it, because if you're not comfortable and if your loan is not performing, it's going to tell against you in the future. It's going to reduce your credit viability, it's going to reduce your credit worthiness, and it's going to cause problems for you in the future in case you want to get more facilities. So please and please and please, with these little words of mine, I hope I've been able to totally, fully, totally convince you that this information, it's important for your loan acquisition. Now, have a lovely weekend. Do enjoy. Yeah, it's weekend, it's Saturday. Do enjoy your weekend, because as you can see, I think it's gonna be a nice weekend because I deserve it. I deserve it. It's been a long week. It's been a stressful week. It's been a no sleeping week. I've barely had sleep this week. So I need all the pampering I can get. Until next time, it's your girl. It's your girl, Glory. Please hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and get notifications once I post new videos. I promise you're not gonna regret it, because here there's everything fashion, everything accounting, everything energizing, everything sumptuous, delicious, doucious, all the shows. You can get it from here. Here. Alright guys, until next time, do have a wonderful time. I'm not leaving. I'm still with you, looking at you, and I know you're looking at me too.